This is a regular session of the School Board Trustees of School City of East Chicago, and the time now is 6:08. The place is the School City of East Chicago Administration Building, 1401 East 144th Street, East Chicago, Indiana. This is also being shown via live stream at www.scec.k12.in.us. This is a meeting of the school board in public for the purpose of conducting the school's corporation's business and is not to be considered a public community meeting. Madam Secretary, roll call, please.
Trustee Gomez?
Present.
Trustee Smith?
Present.
Trustee Rodriguez?
Present.
Trustee Taylor?
Present.
Madam President Gibson King?
Present. May we stand now for the Pledge of Allegiance? United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now we'll have our Superintendent, Dr. Bornay's mission statement.
Good evening. The School City of East Chicago educates and empowers every student through aligned instruction, meaningful partnerships, and differentiated practices to ensure success in life, college, career, and civic engagement.
Thank you. 104 is an executive session, no meeting, Indiana Code 5-14-1.5-6. Now, approval of the agenda. Are there any comments from the audience? Can I get a motion to approve the agenda?
Madam President, I'll make a motion for approval.
Motion made by Trustee Smith.
Second.
Second by Trustee Taylor. Are there any questions? Madam Secretary, roll call.
Trustee Gomez?
Yes.
Trustee Smith?
Yes.
Trustee Rodriguez?
Yes.
Trustee Taylor?
Yes.
Madam President Gibson King?
Yes. Now we'll have our administrative report by the Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Bornay.
Thank you very much. Here's my report for September 9th, 2025. We are in the 5th week of school. It's hard to believe already. We've been in school over a month. We're excited because our current enrollment as of September 8th is 3,263 students. We are also excited about the school city's participation in this year's Union Benefica Mexicana Parade on Sunday, September 14th. We have almost 300 students and staff signed up to participate. September 15th does kick off our Hispanic Heritage Month. There will be various activities planned throughout the school city in celebration all the way through October 15th. September 16th, 2025 is National IT Professionals Day. We want to recognize our informational technology and instructional technology team for all of the hard work that they do behind the scenes to support teaching and learning. Adam Ascona, Andy Capitan, Armando Salinas, Jacob Andrade, Jeremy Torres, George Ontiveros, Jose Lozano, Michelle Navarro, Nancy Johnson, Nelson Pena, San Juan Guajardo, and Tia Murray Haynes. Let's give all of our IT team a hand. Our senior quarterback, Darion Morris, set a school record for the longest rushing touchdown on August 29th. We can clap it up. In their game against Westside. I'm really excited about feedback from our officials who come to the school city and come to our games and see our student athletes. Our overall IHSAA current sportsmanship score is currently 102 out of 100 points. Let's give a hand to our athletic department. I want to note that both boys soccer and football have received positive comments from our officials. Biddy Ball held their first game held their first games on Saturday, September 6, 2025. 156 students are enrolled in this season. Let's give Coach Allah and his team a hand. Girls volleyball picked up wins against Storm Ridge on August 27th, against Gary Westside on September 2nd, and had a 3-0 win against 21st Century. Let's give our girls volleyball a hand. The girls soccer team has had some tough matches this season, but they continue to show progress in several areas of their development. But our boys soccer team picked up wins against Hammond Morton on August 28th and DeMont Christian on September 6th. Let's give our soccer teams a hand. On Friday, September 5th, the School Board of Trustees joined me and Mayor Anthony Copeland to rededicate our newly resurfaced tennis courts in honor of Clarence J. Walker. His family, our tennis coach, students, staff, and other elected officials were also in attendance. We have held 2 of our 7 planned town hall meetings to present the 2025-2030 strategic plan to our community. Our next town hall will be held at McKinley Elementary School on September 18th. And finally, I met with the East Chicago Central Alumni Association last week to start planning for the upcoming 40th anniversary of EC Central High School in the year 2026. We're excited about that partnership, and there are a lot of activities planned to celebrate this anniversary. That concludes my report.
Thank you. And now we'll have the Executive Director of Business Operation, Mrs. Simmons.
Good afternoon, Board of Trustees. I actually like to piggyback off of Superintendent's remarks about Biddy Ball. I was in the district on Saturday working on some papers that I need to finish up, and I attended Biddy Ball for a short length of time, and it was amazing. The parent turnout was amazing. The kids enthusiastic about it. I was just over the top. So I want to say it is a very good program that I'm praying that we can continue with our community. It was lovely. So he did a great job on orchestra and his teammates that helped him out, his staff. So on some finish up work, construction work that we have here in the district, the restrooms at Central High School is completed. I have heard nothing but raves about it. I do appreciate Pangier for working on short notice of getting it done by the time school opened. Even through the hot weather the heat that was in Central High School, they pushed through, and I do appreciate that from Pangier. So they are nice, and if anyone get a chance, get a visitor pass before you go in the door, and check out the bathrooms there. As I'm not for sure if anyone know that we have created a wellness program for East Chicago as far as all the schools. I have reached out to teachers in each one of the buildings. Our next meeting is September 17th. This wellness program will discuss anything factors that's going on in the buildings, including HVAC, rooms not being clean, anything concerns about the kids' health or anything. So that has been a big plus here in the district. Also, I wanted to address one major issue at Central to let everyone know that I am working on it. Central has a little bit of a bug problem going on right now. Me and my team is working on it. I know it's all in the district that we got a problem, but we are working on it. We're working with the exterminating company. And to the fact that I just heard this week of the origin of where these bugs are coming from, so also I might have to reach out to the city to help us out. So it's on my radar, and I am handling it. So as everyone knows that it is budget season, so we do have a public meeting scheduled for 9/23 on the budget. We will be going over in details of the budget going into 2026. This is a public meeting, and I advise any public that has any concerns or any questions to make sure they come out to look at the finances and where we're moving with the finances here in the district. As of Friday, 9/25, the capital project will be posted, and also the bus replacement will be posted on the website. I am gonna work with Jeremy, so that is more easy to get to compared to where it was at the last website, to make sure everyone can review it. Also, we will, per the superintendent, he would like to also have the full budget also posted for review. So that is all I have at this time. Yes.
Madam President?
Yes.
If you could, Ms. Simmons, discuss our need for a special meeting regarding the labor negotiations issue?
Yes, so I know I just picked the date out.
The 16th.
Okay, on 9/16, we will have a special meeting here for approval for going into teachers negotiation for 25-26 school year. The meeting will be held at 6 o'clock here and at the administration building. This meeting has to be, we thought it had to be done before the 15th, but due to everyone's schedule, we're preparing to get it done before the 15th, so we can go into negotiation as soon as we have completed the meeting.
So, and let me ask you, you said that the capital project, what's the date you gave for that?
It would be posted, 9/25. It would be posted on the website.
25. And the wellness is September 18th?
September the 17th, I do believe.
17th? Okay.
Helen, is that the correct date? Okay, I do believe, I think I have it on my schedule, it's September the 17th.
17th, okay.
Any other questions of anything going on in district? Yeah. Okay,
No.
no?
Trustee Taylor? Okay. Okay, yeah, we finished.
Okay.
Oh, okay, then I'll get back to the agenda. We have our consent agenda. Are there any comments from the audience about the consent agenda? Can I get a motion? A motion for the consent agenda, please.
Madam President, I make a motion for approval for the consent agenda.
Motion made by trustee Smith,
Second.
second by trustee Taylor. Are there any comments from the board?
Madam President,
Yes, trustee Gomez.
on 5.02, approval of claim docket, page 8.
Okay. Page 8 on claim docket. Okay. Okay, what's the number?
It's 89634. It's near the bottom of the page.
We discussed that.
89634?
Yes.
We discussed that at our work session.
Right, but you got some documents about it, trustee Gomez on the table here.
Yeah, I just happened to read them
Right,
right
you
now.
just got it.
I don't see the bids here. I just glanced through these real quickly, but I don't see the actual bids here.
They should be in alphabetical order.
There's only two companies.
Correct.
Was the bid included? I don't see it.
That's those.
You don't have a comparative bid to view?
No, those were the only two companies. The third company did not show up for the bidding process.
Okay, and one of these companies is unionized and the other one is not. And we went with the one who's non-unionized.
Yes. This company has also put in a full roof over Kerry Gosh here in the district 3 years ago.
when the bids are reviewed, are they scored by points, or are they just, you simply looking at the bottom line?
We're looking at the bottom line on those bids. The capital project bids that goes out, they are scored by points. And particularly in our bathroom bids that go out, they are scored by points. Those were just a single bid for our pool roof. So we also, I think, I'm not for sure if it's on this agenda or if it was on last agenda, as far as the improvements that we're doing in Central, those are bidded out and scored, and they're scored by points.
When they score those bids, do companies get awarded a point if they're unionized or not? Do they get a reward, do they get a point, if you will, if they're unionized?
No, I do not believe. I have been in several bidding process up under administrations like the architect company, and I do not believe I have seen that point on any of their bidding. Mostly when they get the biddings to come in, they come in by company, and they open a company bid, they write down the amount of the bid, and then they move forward. I have not seen any come through that we take time to make sure that they're unionized or anything. We just open the bids, go through them, and most of the engineering company does that opening of the bid themselves, not me.
Okay. Okay, I think that's all I have. Thank you.
Anything else?
Any more questions?
That's all I've got.
Madam Secretary, roll call, please.
Trustee Gomez?
No.
Trustee Smith?
Yes.
Trustee Rodriguez? Trustee Rodriguez? You hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. Trustee Taylor?
Yes.
Madam President Gibson King?
Yes. Now we'll go to the new business. 6.01, approval of administrator's salary schedule for 24-25. Are there any questions from the audience? And is there a motion to approve 6.01?
Madam President, I make a motion to approve agenda item 6.01.
Motion made by trustee Taylor,
Second.
second by trustee Smith. Are there,
Dr. Bonet, could you like to just expound on that for me right quick? Please.
Is there a second?
Good evening. I'd be more than happy to, Trustee Smith. So I believe the last time we updated the administrative salary schedule was in the 21-22 school year. We have been operating without one since then. This administrative salary schedule will move us towards being in compliance with the State Board of Accounts as having an officially approved administrative salary schedule.
looking for my administrative salary in here.
So,
Madam President,
Yes, trustee Gomez.
while Trustee Smith's looking for her documents,
Yes,
my
those
question
are-
is, what part of the, what part of the state requirement is it to have an administrative salary schedule?
Ms. Simmons.
So the state requires us, if they go back through my payroll department and when they pulled it out, they want to be able to reference it back to a salary schedule of the wage that we gave the person. That even goes for the little, my custodians, we have to go back and we have to have a matching approved document from the board saying this is the wage that the board approved that we can go forward with.
State Board of Account requirement?
State Board of Accounts, yes.
I made it. Okay, I'm sorry, Madam ahead. No, President. go ahead. So these salary schedules are for administrators, right?
That is the administrator salary schedule, I do believe. I have not Dr. Bernay or me have not presented the other salary schedules to follow.
Okay, so just a question, I'm just asking, administrative salary schedules, didn't the state say it should only run for like 1 year? or
We
2
supposed
years?
to approve a salary schedule every year. We hire every year. We supposed to have a salary schedule in place by July 1 of every year for anybody that we're hiring.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this is out of order, but a contract should only be at least 1 year, or is it 2 years?
The contracts has nothing to do with State Board of Accounts, and you're
Okay.
referring to the administrator contracts? Yes, that does not fall up under my State Board of Accounts audit.
All right, thank you.
New administrators get a 2-year contract. Every other administrator gets 1 year.
But I want to ask you a question, Mr. Harrison. You say something if they were certified to that effect? What would you tell me?
Yes, that's my understanding of the,
Right, so-
just to clarify, new certified.
New
Yes, yeah,
They
I
get
agree.
what?
2-year contracts,
new
new
certified.
certified, yes.
New certified, but older certified
They
get
don't
1
get
year.
nothing but 1
Correct.
year.
Okay,
Yeah, it's just that first contract would be 2 years. After that, they would be on 1-year contracts.
okay.
So I want to ask a question because, but what range are we are we paying the people the beginning salaries? Which salaries are we going with there? Because I think that needs to be, we need to know what salary, because I don't feel comfortable with going with the
Absolutely.
the last pay scale. That ain't
So the
we ain't going that route.
the senior leadership team, myself along with Ms. Simmons, will review salaries of administrators, all those listed, before placing them, and we will share that with the board for review prior to placing them on the personnel report.
Well, I think that we need to first get that before we even approve this. I think, because looking at this, where are we starting at here, the new people?
Madam President, if I may.
Excuse me, hold on. I'm talking to the clerk.
Yeah, so a beginning
Back on
administrator,
that for us, please, Mr. Harris.
Yeah, I think it'd be helpful if the superintendent explained how he would use the salary schedule, and then I can add to it as necessary,
Okay,
but
that's
if you would explain how you would use that schedule.
so prior to me coming on board, the administrators who are new hires would place somewhere in the range of the beginning administrator's salary range, that first column. If there are current or existing administrators who are not near the range because it's newly established, they would adjust their schedule, or adjust their compensation to fall where they appropriately are. So if they've been here for 10 years, they will fall into a midpoint range, and that is how they will be placed and accordingly.
And that would be taken into account years of service, experience, expertise, et
Correct.
cetera.
Education.
Yes, yeah, because
So,
somebody,
so here with the schedule, you're not necessarily approving any individual salaries. You're just approving the schedule so that Leela can comply with the State Board of Accounts requirements. Any specific salaries would come before you as a personnel action, and you'd know this person's getting hired, here's their salary. Yeah.
thank you, because that clears that up for me.
Thank you.
Because I'm gonna apply for this job here myself.
Madam President, if I may.
Yeah, go ahead, Trustee Taylor, I'm sorry.
Just for clarification, I wanted to just highlight that this salary schedule is only for 24-25, which means we got 4 months left of the salary schedule. And it's my understanding you already have staff being hired within this salary scheduled range. So we've been kind of operating within it already. So I just wanted to make that clear.
Okay, thank you, Trustee Taylor.
Madam President,
Yes, Trustee Gomez.
Attorney Harris's comment, and to his point, the schedule is one thing to comply with the State Board of Accounts. The other part of this that's not in writing that causes me some discomfort is that there is no criteria for that, for which lane essentially that somebody falls in. So I think this is just one part of that, the whole salary schedule structure. Yes, to comply, but I think there's separate issues on on how somebody arrives within a certain lane.
So, Madam President,
Go ahead,
so
trustee Smith.
we're just approving this salary schedule. It's nothing really carved in stone. It's just that we're just approving the salary schedule.
Correct. You're basically ratifying what already exists right now. These
Okay.
people are already working within this schedule right
Thank
now,
you.
and
Okay.
Leland needs to comply with, or Ms. Simmons needs to comply with State Board of Accounts. Yes.
Thank you for clarification.
Madam President,
Yes, trustee Gomez.
one other thing, just Attorney Harris' comment reminded me of, when this salary schedule was, can I see that copy? When it was originally proposed and discussed, it was March 20th of this year. Since then, there's been discussion by both the federal and state administration about reducing funding to public schools. And I would think that maybe we should revise that, particularly since there's one administrator, at least one administrator in future agenda items that's falling at the very end, the very high end of that salary. So I think given our financial situation, I propose that we review this, given that 6 months have passed since that salary schedule has been discussed, and that we are facing the financial difficulties that we are. So with that, I'd like to make a motion to table this item.
Do I have time for a comment before the motion?
Yes, go ahead, trustee Taylor.
I just wanted to comment that I don't think that is a productive use of our time, being that it's for 24, 25. And those cutbacks that are coming are not going to affect this school year. We just got four months left on it. So I don't think it's a productive use of our time.
Madam President,
Yes, trustee.
while this is for 24, 25, in reality, it does exist today and forward, correct?
It does exist today. It will continue to exist forward unless you amend it with the 25, 26 salary schedule, which I would recommend that you discuss that as part of your budget meeting that you have. That probably should be part of the presentation made by Ms. Simmons and the team.
Yeah, okay,
So Madam President, I do have a motion on the floor.
yes,
That the motion is to table this item.
okay,
And
motion,
then maybe when we meet with the Finance Committee, we can,
discuss
you
it,
know,
okay. Based on what?
nobody's not getting paid, people are still getting paid.
Oh,
This
no,
is
they're
not
getting
gonna
paid,
stop
yes,
the
because I'm gonna come
process.
out of retirement. But anyway,
So procedurally, the question now is whether or not you have a second
yes,
to the motion. If you have a second, then you can go forward. I haven't heard one yet, but that's what you would need. If not, then that motion would fail and you'd move forward with the agenda. And Madam President, with no second, you can move forward with the agenda.
okay, no second made, okay. So, then I have to move forward then. So,
You would be looking for, I think there's a motion and a second on the floor
Yes.
to approve the consent agenda.
yes.
No, this is for
No,
six
this
point
is
zero one.
I'm sorry, yes,
6.01.
6.01,
Yeah,
yes.
administrative
Yep.
salary. Yes. So, can I get a motion to approve? Yeah, well, I need a second. Who's,
I was making a motion to table.
No, I don't think there's a motion for approval. The only motion we had was to
right.
table.
Now, listen, audience.
So,
Madam President, I make a motion to
Yes, Ms.
approve
Traylor.
6.01, approval of the administrator salary schedule.
Diane, second.
There was,
It wasn't motion.
Madam President, there was already a motion to
Oh, it
approve
was, okay,
in a second.
okay,
And
so.
Diane, second.
And Diane seconded. Okay, so can I get a roll call then? Roll call.
Gomez,
No,
trustee Smith,
Yes.
trustee Rodriguez,
Joel?
Cause he don't know, he ain't read nothing.
trustee Rodriguez,
He got to nod his head like he did before.
I think it's his head.
oh,
Oh, man.
Madam President, I think he has to give verbal a verbal
He got to
response.
give a verbal, he can't just nod his head. He can't do that. No, he's on
He
Zoom. I
cannot
don't know
call
what's
in.
going on with Zoom. I don't know what he did.
Give him a second because we accepted his last head nod.
What'd you say now?
So let's give him a second because we accepted his last head nod on a vote.
Madam President, that's not proper. Attorney Harris can address that.
What's going on with this, with the sound
He,
though?
he has, just judging from what I'm reading on the screen, he has low internet reception. So that's a problem. But in order to participate remotely in meetings, you have to be seen and heard.
Yeah.
Maybe he has corrected it now. But in order for the vote to be valid, he needs to be seen and heard.
Yep. So we're gonna have to.
Do we have to redo the last vote then?
Last vote,
No,
yeah.
it would be in the calculation of the vote, his vote technically would not count on the one with the head nod.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trustee Taylor
Yes.
and Madam President Gibson King.
I'm gonna abstain on this one here. I'm gonna vote no. So we're gonna go to, we're gonna go to 6.02, approval of Voice Master Software Subscription Agreement. Can I get, does the audience have any concern? Any questions? Can I get a motion for 6.02?
Madam President, make a motion for 6.02, approval of voice
Second.
master software.
Motion made by trustee Smith, second by trustee Gomez. Are there any comments from the board? Madam Secretary, roll call, please.
Trustee Gomez?
Yes.
Trustee Smith?
Yes.
Trustee Rodriguez? Hear me? No. Trustee Taylor?
Yes.
Madam President Gibson King.
Yes. 6.03, discussion at Spears Acoustic of renovation of Central's pool. Are there any comments from the audience? Can I get a motion for approval?
Madam President, I make a motion for approval of 6.03.
Motion
Second.
made by trustee Smith,
Second.
second by trustee Gomez. Are there any questions from the board? Madam Secretary, roll call.
Trustee Gomez?
Yes.
Trustee Smith?
Yes.
Trustee Rodriguez? Trustee Taylor?
Yes.
Madam President Gibson King.
Yes. 6.05, approval of certificate administrative contracts. Are there any comments from the board, from the audience? Can I get a motion for 6.05?
Madam President, I make a motion to approve 6.04.
Motion made by trustee Gomez.
Four.
6.04. Oh, I'm sorry, I sure did. Yeah, I got to go to 6.04. Approval of the handbook, employees handbook. I'm sorry. Is there any comments from the audience? Can I get a motion for 6.04?
Madam President, I make a motion to approve 6.04.
A motion made by trustee Gomez,
Second.
second by trustee Smith. Are there any comments from the board? Madam Secretary, roll call.
Trustee Gomez?
Yes.
Trustee Smith?
Yes.
Trustee Rodriguez? Trustee Taylor?
Yes.
Madam President Gibson King.
Yes. 6.05, approval of certificate administrative contracts. Are there any comments from the audience? Can I get a motion for 6.05? 6.05, a motion for 6.05.
Madam President, I make a motion to approve item 6.05, approval of certified administrator contracts 2025 to 2026.
Motion made by trustee Taylor,
Second.
second by trustee Smith. Are there any comments from the board? Madam Secretary, roll call, please.
Trustee Gomez?
No.
Trustee Smith?
Yes.
Trustee Rodriguez? Trustee Taylor?
Yes.
Madam President Gibson King.
Yes. 6.06, approval of professional development request. Are there any questions from the audience?
That's this.
Can I get a motion?
Is that this?
No, that's personnel. Can I get a motion for 6.06?
Madam President, I make a motion to approve item 6.06, approval of professional development request.
Motion made by trustee
Second.
Taylor, second by trustee Gomez. Madam Secretary, roll call, please.
Trustee Gomez?
No.
Trustee Smith?
Yes.
Trustee Rodriguez? No. Trustee Taylor?
Yes.
Madam President Gibson King?
No. 6.07, approval of second reading for the policies, mission statements, and the board. Policy 2623, students assessment. Are you going to read these all together or what?
That's the pleasure of the board. You could do them together, or you can do them
Oh, we could do it, okay,
separate.
they got their own line, so we'll go with 6.07. Are there any questions from the audience? Can I get a motion for 6.07?
Madam President, I make a motion to approve 6.07.
Motion made by trustee Gomez,
Second.
second by trustee Taylor. Are there any questions from the board? Madam Secretary, roll call, please.
Trustee Gomez?
Yes.
Trustee Smith?
Yes.
Trustee Rodriguez? Trustee Taylor?
Yes.
Madam President Gibson King?
Yes. 6.08, approval of first reading for policies. Board compensation. Policy number 0142, election, appointments of members and eligibility to serve. PO 0142.1 and terms. PO 0155.1, Board of Finance. PO 2600, schools accountability. Are there any comments from the audience? Can I get a motion?
Madam President, I make a motion to approve 6.08.
Motion made by trustee Gomez,
Second.
second by trustee Smith. Are there any questions from the board? Madam Secretary, roll call, please.
Trustee Gomez?
Yes.
Trustee Smith?
Yes.
Trustee Rodriguez? Trustee Taylor?
Yes.
Madam President Gibson King?
Yes.
Madam President,
Okay.
I'd like to make a motion that we move these on for second reading tonight.
So you want me to read them over again?
You wouldn't have to. Board Attorney.
Just by title only, yes.
Yes.
Oh, by title, okay.
Okay.
So the approval would be for second reading of policies PO 0144.1, board compensation, PO 0142, election/appointment of members and eligibility to serve, PO 0142.1, term, PO 155.1, Board of Finance, PO 2600, school accountability. So the motion is suspend the rules and move to second reading.
Okay. Well, can I get any comments from any of the board members?
It requires a second.
No, second.
Second by trustee Taylor. Madam Secretary, roll call, please.
Madam President, before we move on, if I could have Dr. Bornay just review, or Attorney Harris, I guess, since,
I think Dr. Bornay worked on these
Okay.
quite a bit, so they're just looking for a quick overview on the policies.
So for the first reading of board policies, the first one was the board compensation in alignment with recent legislation regarding school board members are able to get from their previous salary of $2,000 to 10% of the lowest paid certified teacher. The next policy is...
Madam President,
Oh,
I'm
I'm
sorry.
sorry.
I'm sorry, Superintendent Bornay. That is true, what you just stated. However, the board has opted to retain our current policy our current payment structure. So we are not going to take that
Thank you.
up. Yeah, thank you.
The next one is PO 0142.1, and that is specifically around, that doesn't match, a board member being eligible to serve. Recent state legislation moved the age from 21 to 18. Next policy is revised for PO 2600, which is around school accountability. There is no substantive change in that policy. We are changing anytime you see the word I-STEP, which is no longer used as a state assessment, replacing it with I-LEARN, I-READ, et cetera, to reflect current assessments. The next policy is PO 0142, and that is the election and appointment of members and eligibility to serve. Oh, I'm sorry, no, we did that one already. This one is term. We moved the word from, or the term from 3 years to 4 years to reflect the current term of office. And then the last one is 0155.1, which is the Board of Finance. And that policy is just to reflect current practices in our Board of Finance. No substantive changes. Okay.
Superintendent Bournet, the one discussion item we had on 0155.1, Board of Finance, was to incorporate the Finance Committee into this, and then meet on a monthly basis, quarterly basis, body, a meeting of the whole.
Thank you, Trustee Gomez.
Thank you.
Yes, Madam Secretary, roll call, please.
Trustee Gomez?
Yes.
Trustee Smith?
Yes.
Trustee Rodriguez? No. Trustee? Yes. Oh, he said yes?
Yeah, he said
Can't
yes.
hear him, though. We gotta hear him.
Oh, okay.
Say yes.
I can't hear him.
Okay. Trustee Taylor?
Yes.
Madam President Gibson King?
Yes,
Madam President,
yes, trustee.
I'd like to move for second reading, approval of second reading of these policies. The previous motion was to suspend the rules. This
Yes.
one is to
Yes,
approve it on
Okay.
second reading.
go ahead, okay. Need a motion?
Motion is to approve on second reading.
Second reading, then. I need a
Just need a
motion for
second.
motion for second reading.
You just need a second.
I just need a second reading, that's all.
Madam President, I make a motion for second reading.
Motion made by trustee Smith,
Second.
second by trustee Gomez. Madam Secretary, roll call, please.
Trustee Gomez?
Yes.
Trustee Smith?
Yes.
Trustee Rodriguez? Trustee Taylor?
Yes.
Madam President Gibson King?
Yes. 6.9, approval of personnel report. Are there any questions from the audience? Yes. Okay, Ms. Helen?
Helen Steinbach, 5207 East 73rd Avenue, Maryville, Indiana. I just have two questions and one clarification. So some of my teachers are concerned that they're not being offered the opportunity to do the homebound services, that it seems to be the same people that are getting approved. And I know some of the cases are because they've been the teacher for a long time. Just want to put it out there that we need to have the possibility of maybe bidding on a homebound job if we're qualified to provide those services for our students that are homebound. The second thing is there's some items on the personnel report where mentors are being approved for the mentees, and there's no differentiation about who the mentor is and who's the mentee, because there's a lot of new teachers listed on there that are supposed to be the mentees. And then because of the new TAG grant, the way that that money is being distributed, that also needs to be opened up again to teachers that might want to be a mentor, because that's how you qualify to get some of those additional funds. And when this was opened up to the people that are being approved tonight, if that's what your choice is, that wasn't part of the conversation.
Thank you, Ms. Helen. Anybody else? I want to ask you a question about the services after the meeting. Okay. I'm going to ask you a question. Okay. Are there any more questions from the audience? can I get a motion for approval of the personnel report, 6.09?
Madam President, I make a motion to approve item 6.09, approval of personnel report.
Motion made by trustee Taylor,
Second.
second by trustee Smith. Are there any comments from the board?
Madam President,
Yes, trustee Gomez.
I don't know that we received an answer to this. There was one or more of these positions in the ECAs that were in the CBA, but the CBA's not been approved as of yet. Is that correct?
Going off of the CPA from last year, and then anything that gets changed, we'll bring that back to the board.
So, Dr. Bourdain, I think there was, the chair positions are the ones that we talked about that are new, but which are the new ones? Do you remember we had this conversation?
Right, so I think there was a question around, do we need a CTE department chair, which is the ECA? Just like there's an English department chair and a math department chair, if there's a CTE director. And so I believe since it's the ECA, we did not delineate from that. There are a number of duties that that specific department chair needs to do that are different from just a CTE director.
So that is in the CBA?
Yes.
Okay. On item 12, curious, when was this individual's last day of employment?
What did you say, Jesse?
Item number
12.
12.
Okay.
He should be,
You could use that. Oh, yes. Yeah, we supposed to have some discussion on that from the last work session that we had, and we're still waiting on an active date, because this is not the correct date from our understanding on this individual.
What's the board's question?
Jesse, explain your question.
Oh, the question was for item number 12. That individual, the board at the work session inquired on this individual's last day with the district. We had actually asked for his last paycheck. I don't believe we received that information.
We will follow up with that
Okay,
effective date within, by tomorrow.
yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
yes, Madam President, I have some questions on,
Yes, trustee Smith.
on page, I had the page. Well, I'm not gonna tell you what page, but I'll tell you the number.
The topic, what is it?
Yeah,
Extra duties.
extra duties. 45, 46, 47, 48, 49. I'm not saying it's not worthy, but I think that those particular entities need to be discussed a little further. I think we need to have a little more discussion with that. These extra duties, is a stipend, if you don't mind.
45, 46, 47, 48, 49.
Yeah, 45, 46, 47, 48, and 49.
If it's the board's pleasure, we will remove those for now.
Yes, let me see that. And also, I would like to also remove 41, based on some information that I'm going to ask Helen about.
Because you said those were homebound, right?
Right, that's what she said, homebound. 42.
That's the 3 students that she's had all along.
Well, we'll discuss that after. It's be 41 and 42, along with these ones as well. So do I need to get a motion?
Would that compromise any services to those students if we remove those at the moment?
We'll ask, oh, this will?
If we remove all these services, that'll,
That job right there.
You said what now?
The teachers union doesn't have any problem with that job right there because she's been servicing those students
Okay,
My comment was about future opportunities,
Okay.
not the one that's already.
got you. But there's no other problems with the rest of it?
Not with this one, because those are her students that she's been servicing for a very long
Correct,
time.
correct.
But I think that, yeah, I think that, with these individual, I don't know, see, we asked them to tell us where they're giving the service at. Where's this service being get? I'm not speaking with you, hold on a minute, please, I'm talking. Okay, thank you. But we will get, who is it, Mrs. Koulianis?
If I can clarify.
Go ahead, thank you.
So that role is a stipend that we have been issuing to that particular staff member who is a teacher to do those extra duties. So what Ms. Jensen was attempting to get up was to explain the difference between the homebound teacher and her role, which is the coordinating. And just specific, so there's one is a transition coordinator, which is an extra duty for that staff member. And then the other one is homebound services.
Yeah, I know they homebound services, but like I keep saying, where the service is being held at? Are they at home?
And now Ms. Jensen can
Okay,
go.
are they
address
at
it.
home? Okay, all right then, homebound, okay, thank you.
Yes, please.
The homebound services that number 51 is servicing are physically in the students' homes. She is going to the homes and has been doing that for a number of years. She's one of our very few teachers that is actually willing to go into the home environment to do that.
Okay.
That's number
So
41.
it needs to, I've been always saying it needs to clarify on here. You never say where these services are at.
It's
You just-
clarified in the job memo that I
I'm saying
submit.
here on, where we could see it, right here. You see what I'm saying?
We can
Where it
definitely
says
have the
com-
Human Resources
comment.
Department add that for
Yeah, I've
you. Mm-hmm.
always said that. They need to put down here where they're at with these, with these students. We
Absolutely.
need to know where they're at. They could be at the library, they could be at home, they could be in a daycare center, they could be in a facility. We don't know that. So I've been saying for the longest, we need to know where these individuals giving these services at. That's all I'm saying.
Absolutely. And when we do submit that, we will ask that the Human Resources Department add it to the personnel report for you so you can see that.
Okay, then. Now, since you're there, I want to ask you a question about a student, when they have these outbursts, or when they're, pardon? When they have these outbursts, as, you know, as some of the kids do have?
When students who might have behavioral challenges,
Yes, okay, but when they get to the, because I've been receiving calls, and I want to address this issue with a student that is saying that if they're not,
I
If
don't
this-
know, I don't know if the child would be a general education student, a
I'm
special
telling you, it's a
education.
special ed kid. It's a
Okay,
special needs child,
okay.
okay? But I'll talk with you about that when the meeting's over. That's
That
what I'll
would,
do.
I would like to do
Okay,
that.
all
Thank
right,
you very much,
I
thank
don't
you.
want to tie the meeting up,
No, thank
but thank you. So,
Okay. Keep it
trustee
moving.
Smith, you
I'm
finished?
done. Keep it
Okay,
moving.
so are there any more questions about the personnel report?
Madam President,
Yes.
procedurally, I think we have to amend our motion.
Correct. And I
Yes.
think we need to be clear on exactly what is being removed, if anything. I know there's been a lot of discussion. Right now, there's a motion and a second on the floor to approve the personnel report as is. Dr. Bournet mentioned that if the board would like, certain items could be taken off.
Yes, we can.
After the discussion, I don't know if that's still what you would like. If so,
Yes.
there would need to be, and whoever made the motion would need to amend their motion to reflect the removal of certain items, and we need to make sure we're clear which ones are being removed.
Right,
I made the motion.
You made the motion,
I
so
made the motion to table for further discussion, 45, 46, 47, 48, and 49.
okay, so it'd be for the removal of those then.
And to further discussion, can I say that?
Yes, for
Okay.
further discussion, yes. So you're amending that motion and you need a
Right.
second for it.
I need a second.
Yes, you need a second.
yeah, she needs a second for this. Jesse, okay, a motion made by trustee Smith, second by trustee Gomez.
And so just so we're clear, we don't have two motions on the floor.
Right.
It's the original motion that's been amended to reflect the removal of certain items.
But we can go on as to approve the personnel report.
You can
Yes.
approve the personnel report
Okay.
with those items removed.
Right.
And if there's not any discussion, the chair can call for a roll call.
Okay. So, Do I need to make another motion? Okay, Madam Secretary, roll call, please.
Trustee Gomez?
Yes.
Trustee Smith?
Yes.
Trustee Rodriguez?
Did you say no?
That's what his lips said.
Trustee Taylor?
Yes.
Yeah.
He said yes.
Madam President Gibson King?
Yes. Okay, so now we'll, our public forum,
If you could, please step to the podium and state your name. You'll have 3 minutes for your public comment. Please be respectful of the audience, the board members, and the staff that's present.
Okay. All right, thank you. All right, Ms. Darlene
Don't have
Reese.
nobody? Oh.
Darlene Rosario Reese, 3731 Drummond Street. I come today because I've been listening to these board meetings all summer, and it's been stated that teachers that's on EPs get paid less than a licensed teacher. I can only speak for myself. There is no difference in the work duties that I do on a daily basis versus a licensed teacher. When there is a fire drill, all teachers take these children out. When it's SLO and TLO time, I do the same work as a licensed teacher. If that is the case, then my job duties need to be lessened. There should be no lesson plans for me. There should be no SLOs, no TLOs, no SMART goals. And when a fire drill goes off, I will sit there. It's demeaning and it's degrading to us. We have degrees just like everyone else. And then you sit there and you have the nerve to say, thank you for your services, when you just spit in the faces of teachers with EP licenses versus teachers with a license. And no shade to no teachers with a license, because I'm only one exam away. But it's demeaning, it's degrading, it's hurtful. And I've sat there time and time again and heard more than one person say that. When it comes to our salary, please remember that. Because if all EP teachers left this district today, you'd be in dire straits. Be respectful.
Thank you.
That concludes our public comment for tonight.
Well, okay, now, trustees' remarks. Trustee Taylor.
Yes, thank you. Not used to going first. First off, I would like to extend my heartfelt condolences to the Span family. Their family has long been a pillar in our community, and I empathize with the sadness of losing such a pillar, even within one's own family. So my thoughts and prayers are with them during this difficult time. I also want to take a moment to recognize the incredible contributions of our teachers and staff in the recent increase of our scores. While we know we're not where we want them to be, the needle is moving. And that progress is thanks to their dedication and hard work. Resources may have helped a little, but the real credit belongs to our staff and our teachers. They are invaluable, and I appreciate all that they do to support our student success. As trustees, we have a responsibility to lead with integrity and keep our focus on students and not personal agendas. When energy is spent on tearing down or critiquing while dismissing the positive, it only harms the very children we're here to serve. Imagine the progress we could make if that same effort went into highlighting solutions and moving forward towards productive initiatives such as the Drumline. Time is our new currency, and we owe it to our students, staff, and families to spend it wisely on respect, collaboration, and student-centered progress. I also like to take a moment to highlight an important event in our community, the Breast Cancer Walk that is hosted by 4th District Councilwoman Stacey Winfield on October 18th at Sunnyside Park, honoring our SheRose breast cancer survivors. On a personal note, Councilwoman Winfield once sat on this very board, and even though she has moved on and pursued other endeavors, I could say she is one council person that has come back and continues to pour into our community. And most importantly, our children. From hosting a successful back-to-school picnic to organizing the Legacy Ball, which was, even though I missed it, I saw the video and it gave me chills, to raise funds for our auditorium chairs. Her impact continues to be felt, and we are grateful for all that she does to uplift the children of our city. And finally, congratulations to Harrison School on becoming an official certified schoolyard habitat. Your vegetable garden is an incredible hands-on learning opportunity, teaching students about agriculture, native plants, and pollination, and the farm-to-table process. As a child in Puerto Rico, I planted and picked coffee beans with my grandmother before going to school. And experiences like that shaped me into the woman that I am today. So I'm thrilled to see Harrison students gaining those same experiences. Job well done. Thank you.
Trustee Gomez, please.
Thank you, Madam President. There was two things that came up in legislation. One deals with the Indiana Code, and this regarding hiring practices, and I want to review this at our next policy meeting. It's Indiana Code 20-26-5-10.5. And the other one, I believe Ms. Simmons just talked about this, and Ms. Steinbeck is involved in these. The Wellness Committee, actually, the Indiana Code is also kind of, for lack of a better term, eliminated that as well. And so I want to affirm that we are going to stay with this. It's Indiana Code 20-26-9-18, Coordinated School Health Advisory Councils. The statute was repealed, but it, I believe, would, talk to Attorney Harris about this later, would allow us to continue with our Wellness Committee or Wellness Council. Secondly, this past Saturday, I attended the cross-country meet in Lansing. This was the Rebel Invitational, about 15 schools there. We had 2 boys participating and 2 girls participating. I know they were not mentioned in the superintendent's comments about fall sports. I would encourage people to go watch them at their next meet. It's really, you know, as my old coach used to tell me, you know, it's one of the toughest sports, probably besides wrestling and swimming, where, you know, there are no timeouts in this sport. It's, you got to go get them. And so my compliments to kids who are showing up to practice and who are participating, representing our school district. Related on the running subject is, last year I mentioned to Dr. Bournet that the director of the Chicago Marathon is a friend of mine. He had reached out to me last year about getting our kids to volunteer. This may be a good effort for our new athletic supervisor at the high school to try to recruit kids to participate in that. They have they have other high school teams that are active. There are college teams, and these are not just running teams. There are basketball teams, soccer teams, and so on. So this is a good way for the kids to get to see international stars and to, you know, watch people, both male, female, participate, but also the handicap, and to see the amount of effort that they put into it. It's a really great experience for the kids. Dr. Bournet, I'll share that information with you sometime after this meeting. I wanted to also acknowledge the tennis courts. And, you know, I've had a few people think that I was the brain, if you will, behind the pickleball courts. That was not my idea. That was Mr. Lane's idea. And I wanted to thank Mr. Lane for coming up with that idea. I think it's a really good thing for our school district and also for our community. I would suggest, and, you know, I'd like the board to consider naming those 2 courts in honor of Mr. Lane. And finally, one of our former students, Grecia Alcantar, she was our valedictorian a few years ago. She went on to earn a Lilly Scholarship and attends the University of Notre Dame. Recently, she was promoted to academic administrative assistant for the Institute for Latino Studies at the University of Notre Dame. And I'd like to congratulate her, Dr. Bournet, if we could send a letter off to her to thank her for, or congratulate her on her achievement. That concludes my remarks.
Thank you, Trustee Gomez. Trustee Smith, please. Yes.
Okay. I'm not gonna be long. The rededication of the Clarence J. Walker Tennis Court. Thank you to all athletic director, to our athletic director, Greta Gordon, for organizing the rededication ceremony on Friday, September the 5th, for the newly resurfaced tennis court and new pickleball court. The ceremony brought together representatives from the Clarence J. Walker family, the School City of East Chicago, and the City of East Chicago in recognition of this shared investment in our youth development, athletic excellence, and community pride. It was wonderful to see the beautiful courts completed and ready to be hosted by boys tennis sectionals tournaments at the end of this month. So which means that boys will have a tennis sectional tournament at the end of this month. Recognition. Now this will make me cry, but I'm gonna have to say it. Recognition of Central alumni Kyle Monroe. I also want to take a moment to publicly thank Kyle, I can't say my nephew, but I'm gonna say it anyway, for generously donating 40 pairs of football cleats to our Cardinal football program. I just want to say that Kyle started young. He is a product of what you can do in the athletic department. Our Cardinals alumni are truly amazing in giving and continuing to support the legacy of East Chicago education and athletics. Kyle served as a wonderful example and role model of the success of our students can attain a life and show the power that we have as a community. If we consistently come together and put our students and their needs first. But let me go on. I would also like to thank Reverend Donald, the pastor of the Cross Church, for his giving back to the community and providing items to the children back to school activities within our community. I too sing Dancing with the Stars, also giving back to our school and our community, and it was an amazing success. Thank you. The East Chicago School alumni, under the direction of Diana Darden, thank you for all that you do and all that you have done and going to do. Councilwoman Stacy Winfield, thank you for always giving back to the community with your back-to-school programs and activities. I want to also thank those who contribute anonymously. Also, I want to thank those that give their time, talent, and treasures. All the coaches who generously volunteer, Mr. Monroe and several others, their time to assist the athletic department. Thank you. Mr. Graydon Gordon, I know it has not been easy because you have had so many people that does not appreciate your work and everything that you do. There's always some backlash and harassment thrown at you. Every sport that has been presented to you, our district has, but in the eyesight of others, it is never enough. But you continue to do what God has ordained you to do. Keep your head up and your charming smile, and always be the host with the most. And as you always say, children first. Some say it but really don't mean it. Let your haters motivate you. Mr. Gordon, With the athletic department, I have witnessed fathers and mothers mentoring young men and young ladies by supporting them and giving them the life advice on how to conduct themselves and supporting your coaches on sportsmanship, attitude, and instilling in them the importance of education, all working together to help our young ladies and our young men become productive, responsible citizens. Keep doing what you do. I admire everything that you do, your athletic department. I admire your volunteers. They don't have to come out there, but you have a fantastic crew. God bless you. Don't let anybody tell you what you can't do. You, an alumni of East Chicago, have brought this district back together. And I'm not only just saying that, but you have parents now that are coming. I didn't know anything about a flag football, okay? I didn't know. But you have parents out there, and you have fathers, and you have coaches that are mentoring and giving them the right direction for sportsmanship, character, morals, and values. And I appreciate that from your volunteers and your Coach Monroe. I know you've been with Pop Warner forever, but all the programs that you have going, and especially, I don't know if this is true or not, but I heard it, my 3-year-olds will be playing, right? So I need everybody to be at their game. It's on a Saturday, right? So the 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds, the different sectors of it, right? Okay, so it's all in fun. Our children need activities. Our children need different activities. They need different clubs. We don't have enough activities in our community, but thanks to the athletic department and everybody else, we're gonna get together with the parent university and make this city work. We're gonna have a little drum line, we're gonna have a little this. They might be 3-year-olds and not know anything but to hit a stick, but it's gonna be fun. So I need the parents to come out, encourage your children, not only with the sports, but encourage them the importance of education. And that to me means more than anything in the world. So I want to thank all of those who I did not call, those anonymous donations. I just want to say thank you. Thank you for all that you do, because people don't have to be nice. God bless you.
Thank you. Well, I want to thank everybody, as I always do. And I want to give condolences to the Span family. I did attend the services, which they gave him a very nice service. I also want to remind people of our children. Children are first. They should be the first priority that we sit up here on this board for. We may have some election changes. People come in, they don't know the things that we know. I know when I sat over there, I always had heard that our kids were grades improving, what have you not. But when I sat on the board now, I see that that is not so. They can improve if we all put our heads together for them to do better. We do have teachers that want to expound and want to do right by our children, want to give them a proper education, wants to get paid right. But that's not happening. They don't even have materials that they need. They don't have the supplies that they need. A lot of things. Right now, as I speak, I'm putting together something for that to change. And you all will hear about that. Because too much time has been wasted. Somebody else is going to get on the board and they're going to think, oh, well, they're doing such an excellent job. Well, that's because they have not heard all what has happened in the past. Now, I do think, Attorney Harris, you said that the state is not going to start coming out with grades again.
That's correct.
And I'll be glad when that do happen, when they do come out, because that way we all understand an A, we understand a B, a C, and a D and a F, don't we? But that line going here and going over there, I don't understand all that. You know what I'm saying? Because that gives you the wrong impression as far as I'm concerned. I do know what an A looks like, a B looks like, and I do know what a C looks like. But they give you all these here graphs, what have you not. You know, so that's not, to me, that's not the right tool to use, if you will. But they've been using that tool for a long time, and so parents have gotten immaculated to, oh, well, you know what, that line moved up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Or it went this way. So we're fooling ourselves if you think that we are really fooling ourselves until we get back to the business of who we are sitting up here on this board for. Children first, and I'm going to continue to say that. I don't care if I'm going to be sitting over there or wherever I'm going to be sitting at. It's going to be children first because I got an education. Somebody fought the battle for all of us to stand on the shoulder. So why don't we stand on the shoulder for our children? That's not happening. It's not happening at all. So in some instances, it is happening. I'm learning a lot on the other side, but the side that needs to be is both of the sides needs to come together so they can be better productive people in society. So that's all I want to say. Dr. Renee, is there anything else that you would like to expound on?
Thank you, Madam President. I'm just excited as we continue building on the forward momentum that we've gained from being recognized at the state level in those IRE scores, as well as the hard work that our teachers have been doing who are on the front lines every day. We recently did attend the Administrators of Color Preparing for the Future Conference, myself and a few members of the leadership team, and we are excited about the opportunity to partner with a number of other stakeholders across the state of Indiana, as well as in the Northwest Indiana region. And we're excited about the learning that we engaged. That team will be presenting their report from that attendance of that conference at our next board meeting.
Well, this concludes our meeting. The next meeting we will have.
Is the special meeting.
Pardon?
Is the special meeting on the 16th?
Yeah, the 16th. Yeah, that's the budget meeting. No.
No, this is on the collective bargaining. So the next meeting, it's not on the agenda, but you approved it today, will be September the 16th at 6 p.m. And that'll be a special meeting.
Oh, special meeting. You hear that, audience and people in TV land? 16th. That's about the finances, right? Yeah. So the next school board meeting, the next school board meeting will be September the 23rd at 6 o'clock at the administration building here. Harrison. Oh, at Harrison? Oh, okay. Well, at Harrison School. So I want to adjourn. Madam Secretary, can I get a roll call? Motion to adjourn the meeting.
Madam President, I make a motion to adjourn.
Motion made by trustee Smith, second by trustee Taylor. Meeting is adjourned.
Roll call.
Yes.
Trustee
to do a roll call.
Anybody? Okay.
Roll call, please.
Okay.
Can we get a roll call?
Trustee Gomez.
Yes.
Trustee Smith. Yes. Trustee Rodriguez. If you hear me.
Joelle can't talk.
Taylor,
Yes.
President Gibson King.
Yes.